Welcome back to another Friday morning of full of joy in the morning. Now, some of y'all probably not going to hear this in the morning, but you're going to hear it when you hear it. Let me tell y'all something real quick, because, I have this energy with me that I carry everywhere I go. I've been telling people this all my life, this very thing that I'm doing, on this show, on my show. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I used to really just sit back and record myself. And I used to say, Joy, people gonna hear your story one day. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. Everything happens in its place and its purpose and its time. And I sit a lot and I reflect. So I was thinking about this, and I don't know if y'all like me, but and this is something I'm learning to walk away from. I put myself back into the past situations and I rehearse them. You hear what I'm telling you? And I rehearse how I could, what I should have said, how I would have interpreted. On my next move, I'm going to say this. On my next move, I'm going to say that. Yeah, you go come with me like that. Yeah, I'm going to get you. What, and I rehearse it. And it made me think, and say to myself, one, chill out. That's number one, because, oh, girl, you're crazy. Stop, chill, just relax. It's not that deep. And two, I think it's a blessing when we don't react right away. And I had to think about that. I said, Joy, what if you would have reacted right away? What lesson would have not been taught in that reaction? And what was the blessing out of you not reacting? And then it came to the point where I was thinking of this case where I see us as people, and in this situation, what happened was people always look for some type of gratification, if that makes sense. They look for some type of fulfillment in other people. They look for an understanding. We look for an understanding. I used to look for an understanding. I used to look for, people acceptance. And then when I realized that the true acceptance, the true fulfillment, the true requirement was the ones that I set for myself and not the ones that others set for me or thought they were setting for me. Too often, I always say this, too often, so often, that's me, right? We look for this validation. And I know, this is something that I speak on often, because if you have not noticed, anything that I speak on a little bit more often too much, that means that's something that still triggers me. Because it's a work of progress. It's a work of getting out of. It's figuring out those habits. It's getting rid of the old habits. Because as we know, if we keep doing the same thing and we keep using those same principles, we're going to get those same results. Because what do we know? Numbers don't lie. 1 + 1 is what? 2. 2 + 2 is what? 4. So we're using those same formulas. We're using those same equations. So we're going to get those same results. So what was it, Joy, that you needed to do and say to yourself that, hey, no longer am I looking for you to say the check mark is yes for me in my box versus me going over there, walking and putting that check in my box for myself. So again, I was looking for the check mark. I was looking for the assurance from other people who don't really know me, but knew of an image that I presented to them. So now, whatever image I presented to them, they're going to pick with that. They're going to narrate that. They're going to do whatever they want with that and then tell me how they see me. But what was it about me? I didn't give myself that time to put my own checkbox in. I was waiting for someone to do it for me. And remember, we can't wait on nobody. We can't. I tell y'all all the time, we have our own answers. We have our own things. And as humans, and if I'm sitting here talking to you all like this and with my own interpretation, remember, wisdom, advice, that's all that is fancy for a different perspective. Now, there are actually wisdom and principles that do hang tight, you feel me? But understand, go check your own check mark. You don't need anyone's fulfillment for you. You are your own fulfillment. And you let people know that if you have to, boo, because some people don't get that. I don't need you to reassure me because I'm already assured. I don't need you to reaffirm me because I'm already affirmed. I don't need you to do really much of anything because I already sit high. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Again, we have our own affirmations. We have our own understandings. We are our own equipment. We are our own power, and we have it, and we have it, and we have it, and we have it. But we have to activate it. Say it with me. I can. I will. I must. We come in to learn so that we can leave to serve and that we can teach others the very things that we have learned. I get up. I do what I have to do. For what? Not just, for me first. Yes, very much so for me. And in the words of Iana Van Zandt, you get what's coming out of the cup because what's in the cup is for me. It's the overflow that you will get. And you have to get that as well. Stop trying to give everybody what's in your cup. Honey, how you going to be a servant and you can't even serve yourself? How can I be of use when I can't use myself? How can I present when I can't be for myself? This is all about self-preservation, self-understanding, self-alignment, self-boundaries, something that as Black people, excuse me, I'm not even going to get into that. There's something that me didn't understand. Everybody ain't got to be in your business. You ain't got to tell everybody your business. Let them see for themselves. Because if I'm talking too much, what am I really showing you? So you rather hear the fantasy instead of seeing it in its full motion. Be careful. Again, you ain't got to tell everybody your business. Set your boundaries. And I'm going to close it out with this because I can go on this topic all day. Let me tell you something. You don't need, again, like I said in the beginning, anybody else's checkmark but your own. I was about to say something and my thought went a little bit left really quick. Because I was thinking about this morning on my drive back. And what it made me think about was I think I told you guys this before. You don't need everybody to like you. I told y'all that, right? Because what ends up happening is, like I told you guys before, if I haven't, I'll tell you again. Like I said in the beginning, you bring those fake people that's not supposed to be around you. You're not meant to serve everybody, and that's the truth. I'm not meant to serve everybody. I know, even with this show, my audience is going to find itself. Because I'm going to have like-minded people with a like-minded understanding, or they want to change their minds or their different perspectives. So those are the people I'm speaking to. I'm okay with not being able to speak and talk to everybody because my voice and my knowledge, my understanding is not equipped for everybody. The level of maturity is not for everybody. And I'm not saying that I'm at this maximum level of maturity, but what I am saying is I'm growing at a different level, and at my pace, this is where I'm going. And if you feel like this is a similar road for you, honey, hop on the road and see the journey and where it's going. But again, I'm not going to be for everybody. So that's the disclaimer right there. I'm not trying to be for everybody anymore, because I think that's what really happened in my first podcast. I was trying to figure out how can I serve everyone, and that's not the point of it. That's not the point of it. The world is too big. I can't even speak another language besides English. So if, you know what I'm saying? So if I can't even speak another language besides English, why am I sitting here trying to go all out my way to serve all these people at all this time? That's not how it's going to work. And that's not how I'm going to make it work. I'm going to follow my steps, my way, my zone, my lane. And again, whoever my audience is, God bless you. God bless you, because you will constantly get blessed listening to me and vice versa. So stay in your lane. Be true to you. Be full of joy. Be all the above. And remember, you are your own interpretation and answer in everything you want. Stay blessed. Stay strong. And continue to walk in love. Full of joy. All good. We all straight. See y'all next week. See you next Friday.